Welcome to Dear Wade, where we're reading your letters around the world anonymously. We're about to read this letter. I already opened it up just to save time on this video. But they're completely anonymous. They don't have any return address. And after we read it, it goes in here.
And to letter heaven.
And
here we go.
One. Yep.
And it's typed.
Are you ready? It is typed. This one is typed.
Ooh, here we go. All right. Dear Wade, I've been thinking a lot lately about a chapter in my life that is always with me. Though it's one I rarely talk about, it's hard to find the right words even now, after all these years, but I want to try. I want to share with you what I went through when I lost my brother, my best friend, in 1987. That year changed everything. The world as I knew it shattered when he took his own life. There's no way to describe the weight of that loss, the confusion, the anger, and most of all, the heartache. It felt like the ground beneath me had opened up and swallowed everything I knew and trusted. One moment he was there, and the next he was gone, leaving so many unanswered questions and so much pain. In those first weeks and months, it was like I was living in a fog. Nothing made sense. I replayed everything in my head 1,000 times, trying to understand how it had come to this, how someone so full of life, so important to me, could reach such a dark place without me seeing it. I blamed myself in a lot of ways, thinking maybe I could have done something differently. Maybe I could have saved him. That guilt was unbearable. Suicide is a unique kind of loss. It leaves you not only with grief, but with complicated mix of emotions that I wouldn't wish on anyone. There's the overwhelming sadness of losing someone you love, but also the isolation that comes from how the world reacts to such a loss. It's not a subject people like to talk about, and for a long time, I didn't talk about it either. I carried that pain alone, which made it even harder. It's been decades now, but the loss still echoes. I've learned to live with it, to carry it in a way that doesn't consume me, but there are still moments when it hits me. The birthdays that pass, the milestones he's missed, the memories, though, are always there. Some days they bring comfort, and other days they bring tears. I've come to realize that grief is not something that goes away, it just changes shape over time. What I've come to understand is that I can't carry the blame. I can't rewrite what happened. My brother was battling something deep inside that I couldn't fully understand. And ultimately, his decision was his own. It took me a long time to forgive myself for not being able to save him. But now, I try to focus on the love we shared, on the bond we had, rather than on the way he left this world. Thank you for giving me the space to share this with you. It's not easy to talk about, but I come to realize that by keeping it inside, I'm only feeding the pain. By sharing, I'm remembering the good times, the love, and honoring the memory of my brother that brings some peace to my heart. With love and gratitude. This all happened when I was 22. I have never read a letter that hits me so hard as this one has. For one thing, if you have something like that in your family, which I did, you worded this in a way that I never could. It is so spot on. And I'm so glad you're working through it. And I wish you the best.
Thank you so much. It's going to go in here, but the video will still stay here. And this is the reason why we do this, so others can get their stories and different things out to the world, and it helps a lot of people. So we're going to put it in here, and it's forever gone. If you want to send us letters like this, you can send us letters. Information will be in the bio of Dear Wade. And thank you so much for sending that. I really appreciate it.
Beautifully written.
Beautifully written.